Today I will be showing you guys the most basic way possible to make a junk journal using very minimal supplies and a book of your choice. Hi, I'm Elena from Pink Monarch Prints, and today's tutorial is so good. If you love card making, scrapbooking, junk journaling, or really anything paper crafting related, make sure to check out all of the resources we have for you guys. Our social medias are full of easy ideas, tutorials. We have shops with lots of printable kits, and honestly, so much more. We even do freebies in our email list. I'll try and have everything linked in the description of this video, but without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so we are making a simple junk journal, one that doesn't require a lot of supplies, but we first got to choose the type of book we need to use. So make sure that when you are finding a book, you are choosing one that has a glued in binding. You can see this one is not the correct kind. It has that sewn in binding. You want that first cover page to just be one continual page with none of those sewing threads. See on this one, the cover page and the first page are actually just one continual page with no cuts or thread. That is exactly the type of book we want to use today. In addition, you can use a new or an old book, a soft cover, or a hardcover. The very base of the supplies we're going to use today is literally just that book and some glue. I like to use my liquid art glitter glue and my glue stick. You'll want to use higher quality glue if you want a higher quality project. First few steps include a lot of gluing and a lot of tearing out pages, so let's get started. You're going to take that first cover page and then the first page of your book, and you want to leave that cover page alone and glue those first two pages together. So you had that very first page you don't touch, and then the first two pages of that book, you just want to glue those together. Keep in mind, this is a junk journal, so it's not going to be perfect, but one little tip I do recommend is as you're gluing those pages together and the other pages throughout this project, it's nice to hold it straight up and down like so and glue it in that kind of orientation. It helps the pages have a little more bendability to them. Now, if you're okay with a few imperfections, then this method is super great for you. You can see it's a little bent right here, and that's just because as you glue pages together, it kind of messes up with the bendability, but you can fix things, you can add things to cover things, and it's a junk journal, so it's exactly what we want. To remind you, you should have your cover page, the page you glued together, and then we start with a pattern for almost the rest of the book. You're going to take aside one page, and I like to use a clip or a paper clip to just hold things down. And then you're going to rip out X amount of pages. Now, I say X because every single book is going to be different and your goals for your junk journal are going to be different. I am planning on ripping out 8 pages in between everything. And since this is an old book, you can tell it's a little more frail. So also keep that in mind. If you have a very large book, like a lot of pages, then you may want to rip out even more than 8 pages. It is totally up to you. Another thing to consider is, do you want your junk journal to have the ability to hold a lot of things, or do you want to keep it more minimal? If you want it to hold a lot of things, then you need to take out even more pages. Because this is an antique book, I am getting out my X-Acto knife in order to get a cleaner rip, because the pages are just very fragile and very thin. So I thought that was a good idea. If you also want to use an X-Acto knife, just keep in mind not to go through too many pages. You only want the certain number that you're trying to rip out. You don't want to deal any damage to the pages you want to keep. After you have removed a certain amount of pages of your choice, it is time to take a look. Now you can see it's a little bit grungy, it's a little bit torn, and that is okay. If you want to clean it up, you can actually take the time to pick out those pages with your hand, use an X-Acto knife, whatever you want to do. However, we will be hiding those torn seams, so again, grab that one page you set aside, and then you'll see the 8 pages that you tore out. You're going to take the very next page, and these are a pair now, so you can decide what you want to do with it. You can glue them together and just create a page. Like this journal right here, you can turn them into pockets. It is up to you to be creative and decide. For this first one in my journal, I don't know why, but I just decided to glue them together This way I will have just a blank page in my junk journal that I can add things on top of, and it'll look really good. Right here you can kind of see what I mean by holding the pages upright as you're gluing them together, straight up and down. It helps so much. There were a few pages I forgot to do this on as we go throughout the rest of the video, and it does just create a little misalignment and kind of, I don't know, it just looks not as good. So keep that in mind. You can set aside the page pair that you just did, and then you're going to grab one additional page and start repeating that pattern once again. So I will remove 8 pages and then turn the pair that I create into something else. After removing that clip and grabbing that extra page, I now have another pair and I want to turn it into a pocket. Another tip for you guys is if you want to remove some extra bulk, you can actually tear off that extra fold. So you have a clean edge, you can add some glue on there, fold it down, and it creates a clean edge. I'll show you right there. It's a beautiful clean edge. We love it. And I'm just turning this one into a pocket. It's nice because it hides all of those torn pages and it looks really good. Cute. Now, when it comes time to embellish this junk journal and personalize it, I have a page and an adorable pocket. We can put this aside and continue to repeat our wonderful little process here until all the pages in our book are done. Grab one additional extra page and we can continue to tear out some other ones and make some really cool pairings as we go along. Okay, so on this one, I'm gonna actually use more than just the 2 pages to create, my pair, which I know it's not a pair at that point, but I'm creating kind of a multi-tiered pocket here. So I'm just taking an additional page from the right side and creating a little additional pocket. So nothing fancy, but just so you know that that is definitely an option. And I mean, look how cute it turned out. You can really come up with some fun and unique ideas with this method. I just absolutely love it, and my creative juices are flowing. Once you are nearing the end of your book, you need to kind of evaluate how many pages you have left so that you can get the right amount of pairings and hopefully not end up with, some random pages. So I only took out 7 from this last one just because of how many pages I had left at the end. And guys, I also glued this little flap down the opposite way. I was supposed to glue it on the back side of the paper and not the front. I guess that is the beauty of a junk journal, is that it doesn't really matter. So I love that for me, and I went ahead and glued this pairing together. And you guys will notice I don't have a ton of pages left in my book. I am near the end of it. So it was time to kind of evaluate how I wanted to finish it off. I was in the middle of my pairing when I remembered that I actually need to go to the very end of the book and do the thing that we did at the very beginning of the book, where you take those 2 pages and just glue them together. So you can do that at the very end or even do it at the very beginning. Just make sure it happens. It just adds a little extra strength to your book. So hopefully this video is still clear, because in the moment I wasn't really thinking, but I did go ahead and find those 2 pages and glue them together. So maybe in the future, if I make another video like this, hopefully I'll remember to just do that at the very beginning of the video so it doesn't have to be kind of random at the end. And all of that being said, it was time to finally finish off that last pairing where I've already taken out a few pages. Now I noticed that I'd already taken out, a few, and there were only a few left. And so I just decided it was fine. I wasn't going to try and make an additional pairing. This was going to be it. So depending on how many pages you have left, you can decide to do like a multi-tiered pocket or something like that. For my last page, I decided to do a folder style pocket. So to accomplish this, you just do one fold horizontal and then one fold at an angle. I like to remove that extra bulk, just helps me to add more things into my junk journal without my junk journal overflowing. And you just kind of glue down as you go. It's super fun. This to me is very therapeutic. I love this style of crafting. And now the inside is done. It's ready to be personalized, embellished, added into, and I love it. It's just a good base. Today I'm going to show you guys also what I want to do on the cover. I really wanted to maintain the patina and aging from this antique book. I didn't want to cover it up. If it was a modern book, I probably would cover it up with some of the printable scrapbook paper from our shop. But this one, I just thought the front was so gorgeous. So I added on a little charm dangle, added some vintage lace as a closure. Lace is a good closure because as your junk journal grows in size, the closure still will fit because it can expand a little bit. And just like that, it's done. This is an antique French book, and so how I chose to finish it off, I felt like also felt a little bit French to me, which I loved. Just a reminder, this is kind of where we started. We started with just a book, and this is where we ended up. If you need any ideas or inspiration for how to embellish the inside of your pages, make sure to check out some of our other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.